In today's video, I'm going to be harvesting. This is my favorite time of year when I get to reap what I've been literally sowing. Hi, I'm Robin. Welcome to Robin's Container Garden. So I'm going to start around here, and I'm going to harvest some beans first, and then we're going to go around the back, and we're going to harvest some peppers, and then I'm going to harvest some potatoes. I've only put one little bit of the potato harvest on video so far. So these are actually better potato harvests. So that's what I'm going to do today. So let's get to it. We're going to go and do some harvesting. But first we're going to admire these flowers. Yeah. So this is going to be very challenging to do with one hand. I need to harvest some broad beans, as you can see. They're ready to come off. Let's see, how are we going to do this? Alright, so what I'll do is I'll try to not, shoot. Okay, I'll try to do it this way. The broad beans are really big. These are the masterpiece greens. I'm going to have to get some on the other side too. Probably won't be able to film that because getting on the other side of this thing is pretty interesting. Oh, that one doesn't feel very full. I have to be careful where I'm stepping because I've got my genius brain came up with the idea of putting spring onions right in front of the broad beans. So yeah, that was not my finest moment, I think. These are easy to harvest because all you have to do is just kind of twist them, and they come right. Well, I say is I can't get it off by twisting it. So that's what we've got so far. I'm going to go around the other side and pick the ones in the back, and then I'll show you what I've got. So here's my harvest. That's not too bad because I actually did a harvest right after we got back from Yorkshire, and it's a pretty big one, so I didn't expect to have this many. So this is good. This is really good. I'm not done yet though. So now we're going to harvest, I think, some of the grano violettos. I'm not going to prejudge them because, again, this is a situation where I misjudged them last time. They're shorter than the masterpiece greens. These must be a dwarf variety. But I got as many beans off of them last time as I did the masterpiece greens. So I'm going to do the same thing. These are a bit smaller, but they're still ready. And that's not even in camera shot. Sorry. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I don't know how these guys do it. Hold their phones and harvest things. I guess it's one of these things you do enough, you get used to it. I wonder what caused that. Does that look like black fly? Does that look... I can't tell. But that's like all twisted. And that's... I can't... Oh, shoot. I'm just not sure, you know? They're all fat and wrinkly. Okay, so that's all the ones on the front. I'm going to do like I did in the back and pick the ones from the back, and then I'll show you what I've got. These are my grano violettos, and see, well, you can see actually I had to actually break a couple of these because they grew through the nets, and so I had to break them in half to get them off the plant because I didn't want to cut the net. So, but that's my Granule Violetos. This is going to be a little bit more tricky because the fun thing about these beautiful purple queens is that they are dark colored. So that means that they play hide and go seek really easy, and it will be really easy to miss. You can see some baby ones there, but there are definitely ones that are ready to pick if they haven't already been picked by the critters. I know I saw some yesterday. I'm gonna have to put the phone down though, because I can't do this, I can't do that and pick them at the same time because they're so close together. I actually didn't expect these to take off like they have. So there's no kind of straightness to them. They were just kind of planted because I really thought they were gonna die. I think I'm going to put these in containers next year because they were a lot easier to manage in containers. These are in the ground. So yeah, I think these are definitely going to be container beans next year. So I'll put the phone down and I'll show you anything that I get. Part of the fun of gardening is trying to avoid the stuff that's going to hurt you. And in my garden, the fun part is these stupid things. Oh my God, I hate them so much. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Oh, I have to use these stupid gloves because they sting me so bad, these nettles. Oh, crackers. Oh man, that hurts so bad. And I mean, as I was pulling it out of the ground, because I can't pick beans with those gloves on, it got me. Do you see that little red mark there? Right there where my shadow's pointing. It got me while I was pulling the nettle out of the ground. It bit back and that hurts so bad. I'm such a weenie. Okay, so you may or may not be able to see, but there's loads of little ones in here. They're tiny, but these aren't very fat this year so far. Maybe I'm just too excited and picked them too early, but that's what I've got. And they're not the easiest thing to see. Like I said, they're quite dark. There's just a handful, enough for tasting anyway. So I'm gonna harvest some potatoes. Haven't harvested any potatoes. Well, I've actually harvested potatoes since I've been back from Yorkshire, but we're running low, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest some more. I've got one Pentland Javelin and one Red Duke. I'm gonna do the Pentland Javelin first because I actually think they're smaller potatoes. So I'm gonna do those first. Pentland Javelin. This is dirty work, so wear my gloves. But we have one straight away, haven't even done anything with. Alrighty. Another one. We always end up with some teeny tiny little ones, and I reckon that they do at the potato farms as well, but we still like to eat them because they're tasty. Oh, that's a decent size one, isn't it? Yeah. Seed potato. They're always gross and slimy, which is why I wear my gloves. Alright, move everything down to one side. Go through. These are easy to see because they're so light. The red dukes are a little bit harder. This is why I like doing this in a container, because if I was doing this in the ground, I would have to be on the ground, like on the floor, digging around in the ground, and you don't know how deep they've gone. With a container, you dump it in the wheelbarrow, and everything that's grown is right here. And again, I'll talk about the soil, because when we planted the potatoes, and I'll put a link to the potato planting that we did back in April. When we planted the potatoes, we were using soil that came out of a compost that was only a year old. It hadn't broken down. I mean, you can see there's sticks and things in there, but look how pretty that is. That is broken. Oh, that's just broken down so well. So if you've got some kind of clumpy soil or something like that, you want to put some potatoes in the ground. That'll help break it up. And believe it or not, there are worms in here. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. But look, there's a worm. Look, pretty little earthworm. Well, I guess that's not a very big haul for one container. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this soil back into this container, and then store it around the side. And I'll maybe find a few more in here, but they're not going to be very big ones. So that one did not reap a very big harvest at all. These are the red dukes, and they are heavier. This container was heavier than the other one, so I know there's going to be more in there. I can already see a few. But that's all I got from the Pentland Javelin. That's poor. That's barely more than the seed potatoes that were put in there, but they'll still feed us. They're still going to be edible, so I'll weigh them when I get in the house. So we'll do these. These are some of the red dukes that are coming out. I actually may, over the coming day, just go ahead and, there's four containers left, I may go ahead and just harvest them. May go ahead and get those harvested. Oh, that's a nice size one. And I've decided next year that I'm going to hold a big old earthworm. Oh my goodness gracious. Looky there. Look at that monster. He's huge. Goodness. Oh, there's more than one. There's actually a few in here. Cool. Hello. I'll leave you over there for now. I'm gonna grow some more, maybe some different varieties next year, but I'm definitely gonna grow these two as well. So we're gonna do what we did before. We're just gonna push everything back. Yeah, I told you already I've got a bigger harvest. Push everything back and then go through it methodically. And then I go through it a second time when I'm putting the soil into the container. And what I'll do is I'll let it sit. If I don't use it straight away, I'm going to let it sit for a little while. And then what I'll do is I'll put some chicken pellets in it, chicken manure pellets. And then I'll let those sit for a few months. And then, I don't know, I will decide what I'm going to do with what I'm going to grow in those containers next year. There may still be potatoes. I may just do potatoes still again. Same kind of, you know, same situation. So this makes harvesting so much easier if you do it this way. If you're going in a container, you're harvesting for potatoes especially is so much easier. And that looks like that's it for that one too. Well, not as big a harvest as I was hoping, but that's not too bad for a couple of containers. Together, that will be more than what I put into them, so I'm figuring maybe, I'm gonna say a kilo between them. I think so. So my second, this is the second way that I check. I'll put the soil back in here. I'll take that tag off so I don't think that there's anything in there. It'd be kind of sad, wouldn't it, if I accidentally harvested an empty container. That'd be bad. So I have a bad knee on my right side, and I have a really, I wouldn't say a bad back, but it gets sore really easy. So I just have to modify everything that I do. I can't stand and bend, and can't squat. So I find a way to get it done. So. Okay, that's it. Now, like I said, I'll cut the tags off of these, and I'll put them around the side and store them until I'm ready to decide what to do with them. I may decide to plant some more lettuce or something, but I'll put some fertilizer in it before I do that, because fertilizer will have, you know, what was in there will have been used up by the potatoes. Now I'm filthy. I don't know why I've got dirt all over me, do you? Anyway, that's a potato farm. Okay, let's try that again. That's the potato harvest for now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you inside and I'm gonna weigh these potatoes to see how much we've got. So I said it was gonna be about a kilo between them. So fingers crossed it's at least that, because I'm terrible with weights and stuff. Kilo, I'll put the American or the imperial weights on there. I think it's 2.3 pounds. I hope that's right. I think that's right. So, is that right? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Pentland javelins first, because that's the smallest one. Should be doing that from this side, shouldn't I? Every little one counts. Okay, let's see what we've got here. 200 and I'm gonna say 250 grams. Is that 250 grams? Yeah, 250 grams, just about 9 ounces. That sucks. That's terrible. Okay. That stinks. Okay. Well, we've got some doing up to do if I'm going to get a kilo, eh? Okay, these are the Red Dukes. There weren't as many of the little bitty ones in there as there were in the Pentland javelins. These had more time and more space, I think, to develop and grow. gonna make it. Oh, am I gonna be banned? Oh, 720, 20, 40, 60. Is that right? 40? 740 grams. So I'm not doing the math in my head because I'm tired and I'm hot. And this really needs to be a kilo. It really needs to be. Where's the other one? There's one. And there was another one that fell. Hot dog, we have a kilo. Yes! I said a kilo and we've got a kilo. I'm so excited. And I said a kilo was 2.3 pounds. So that's just over 2.3 pounds, almost 2.4 pounds. So yeah, so we got a kilo out of those two containers, which is fine because remember I only had 2 kilos altogether of seed potatoes. So having a kilo with just 2 containers is actually really good because there were 12 and I've already harvested over 2 kilos. So these are free. These are free. This is good. This is good. I'm really happy with that. I'm pleased that we have our kilo. So there. That's the weigh-in, and these are my beautiful potatoes. I'm very happy. So these are some Italian peppers that I've got. I know they look like chilies, but they're just these long Italian peppers. These aren't huge. These are just small ones. So I'm actually going to harvest these while they're that color and stick them, whoops, on the ground. Because they're not completely ripe, I'm gonna put them on the windowsill to finish ripening, and I'll do the same with this guy over here. Oops, he fell. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get you. There we are. Yep. So these guys are gonna go on to the windowsill to finish ripening. They're actually in really good shape. And this one here, he is the bigger one. Remember when he was black and then he turned like a kind of a dark green and now he's turning red. I'm gonna do the same with him. I'm gonna go ahead and snip him off. Oh shoot, he fell down on the ground. Hold on, it's hard to do this one-handed. Okay, this is gonna be fun. No spiders, no spiders. So that's what he looks like. He is gorgeous, the biggest one we've got, and that is partly because we've kept it outside and we've had such bad winds and things. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, this is my absolute favorite time of year when we're actually starting to eat things on the plate that came from the garden. I'll show you a picture just here of a harvest that we did several days ago, where almost everything on the plate that we had for dinner that night came from the garden, and there's no better joy that I get out of gardening than being able to do that. We have a lot going on at the moment. I'm making several different videos about different things, and they're all kind of being filmed all at the same time, so hopefully at some point maybe we'll get a little extra video in there somewhere. Anyway, that's all I've got time for you this week, and until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye y'all.